Grow 'em Big with Steve Bartylla. Brought to you by Huntworth and these other fine sponsors.
Every year, a whole bunch of people are running down to their farm surplus stores and picking up all sorts of cattle products to throw out in the woods for whitetail. The dirty secret is that, honestly, most of them aren't doing you guys and girls much good at all. Robbie, please explain to us what the importance is of the actual ingredients and quality of those ingredients and mineral supplements for whitetails, and why going down to your local farm surplus store and picking up a cattle supplement is like spitting in the ocean and thinking you just raised the sea levels.
Well, when it comes to a mineral, especially a cattle mineral, as you and I spoke before, even though a deer and cows are so similar with their four stomachs, a cow can actually take in a lot bigger, higher quantities of a matter and still be able to digest it and store it, where a deer cannot do that.
Why is that?
Just because on a cattle, their first stomach, their first chamber is bigger than what a whitetail's is.
And so they're ruminants, just like whitetails, meaning
Yep.
four-chambered stomach, but the first chamber of their stomach, cattle, we're talking cows, we're talking sheep, we're talking goats,
Yep.
have a much disproportionately larger first chamber than whitetails.
And it helps them break down so much easier, so much larger matter, and they can break it down a lot easier and store it, where a whitetail doesn't have that ability.
So everything that matters is what they're able to actually digest. And utilize.
Absolutely.
What specifically, I know the answer is go out and buy Antler King. They went ahead and dedicated, 25, 30, 40 years
We're about
now?
35 right now, yeah.
Into researching nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
What should people be actually looking for that shows them that this is a quality product?
Number one, the easiest thing to look for when it comes to a good mineral, you always want to go low salt. The salt's the candy. A lot of your minerals out there right now, you're very high in salt. When you're very high in salt, you're not going to have the goodies in there that you want. But like with us, the way I kind of like looking at it is a mineral works like spokes on a wheel. Them minerals have to work together to give the deer exactly what they need. If one of them minerals or trace vitamins is off, it's just like losing a spoke on that wheel. It's going to wobble. The deer are not going to be able to get what they need out of it in the matter that they need out of it. So like with us, we work hand in hand trying to make sure that everything stays together. And you look at our trophy deer mineral, 1986 is when Todd brought that out. It has not changed one bit because we can't find a way to make it better.
Well, and for what it's worth, I actually saw the research that he piled over.
Yeah.
I went over it myself and exhausted.
Yeah.
The amount of work that man did on developing trophy minerals is exhausting.
Yes.
But now, please educate us a little bit further. Let's say there's the exact same mineral listed in both. Is there any potential quality differences between?
Well, if they're listed as in the name or percentages?
What I'm really getting at is I always slaughter the pronunciation of this, chelated minerals versus non-chelated minerals. The non are a heck of a lot cheaper, aren't they?
Yes, they are. But you get what you pay for.
In other words, they don't actually digest that stuff.
They do not, no.
It passes
right
through
their
them. System.
Yep.
It's way cheaper.
Yep.
Way cheaper.
Yep.
But it does them no good. When it comes to, I'll be brutally honest with you, when it comes to trail cameras and when it comes to mineral supplements, in my experience, you get exactly what you pay for.
You're exactly right. Yes.
So give us the highlights again real quick in a sentence or two on what you're actually looking for.
As in for a good mineral?
Yep.
You're looking for a good mineral like with ours, our 24 different trace minerals and vitamins. You're looking for the right trace minerals and vitamins, the right percentages of each of them so they work together. Just like with phosphorus, there's not enough phosphorus in a deer's diet, the calcium ain't going to do no good. But you got to have both of them to work together. So there's so much there you got to play with to make that mineral work for that deer. And if them numbers aren't right, them percentages aren't right, then you're just pretty much going to get some benefit out of it, but not the benefit that you really want or really need.
Final thoughts brought to you by Huntworth.
So please correct me if I'm wrong, but to sum up, what is actually in the minerals matter immensely. The percent ratios matter, because I know this is a difficult thing to wrap a person's mind around, but different items help whitetails break down other food items.
Absolutely.
I mean, heck, you look at woody browse over winter, and so much of what they're eating is nothing more than, no, I don't get a darn bit of good out of it, but it allows me to break down this other plant matter that I am able to get good at. The quality of the ingredients means everything. If you do not have top quality ingredients because of their smaller first chambered stomach, it's going to pass right through and you're going to get exactly what you paid for coming out the other end.
Yep.
Add all that together along with the right ingredients, and that is what we're looking for.
That's exactly what we're looking
And a
for.
very low salt content, because salt, the only reason that's in there is to get those
Get the
deer
deer
to
to touch
eat
it.
it.
Yep.
And as a matter of fact, if there's too much salt in it, it actually
It's
hurts
very
them.
bad on, yes.
Thanks, Robbie.
You're welcome.